So again, I'm going to start off by doing this problem both ways. So I'm going to start off by doing it the original way with the division, and then we'll do it the kind of shorter way. So when we look at this, we have the top fraction, and I'm going to put this in parentheses, and I'm going to make it 1 plus 2 over x. And then I'm dividing that by the second fraction, which is 2 plus 3 over 2x. So it kind of doesn't look nice when it's fractions that have addition or subtraction in them. It makes it look kind of overwhelming. But look at each piece separately. So let's look at just the first fraction, so like the top in this case. So the 1 plus 2 over x. So whenever we have a whole number, remember that the denominator of that whole number is really 1. So if you want to, make this over 1. So we're looking at this. We need a common denominator to add it, so we're missing an x. So we need an x on the top and an x on the bottom. So this becomes, if you need to write it out, that's x over x, and then plus 2 over x. Now, since we have a common denominator, they're both x, we can add the numerators together. So I'm going to go over here and make this x plus 2 over x. I'm going to do the same thing with this one. So I'm going to make that 2 over 1. I need a common denominator, which should be 2x. So I need to multiply 2x on the top and bottom. So that means that this is going to become 4x over 2x plus 3 over 2x. Bottoms are the same, so we're just going to add the numerators together. So we had divided by 4x plus 3 over 2x. So we've simplified it into something more manageable. So when we're looking at the original one, it doesn't look so nice. If we simplify each piece, it becomes a little bit cleaner. From here now, just like before, we're going to change it to multiplication. So I'm going to switch, and flip my second fraction. So this is the point where we would do any type of factoring that we could in order to simplify things. So nothing can be factored, so that's fine. Now we look to see if we can simplify or cancel out anything. And we can get rid of this x and get rid of this x. So now we're left with 2x plus 2. And on the bottom, we have 4x plus 3. Okay, and we can't do anything else with this. We can't simplify like the 2 and the 4, right? Because it's not everything that can be divided by 2. So here's our answer. And then again, we want to make sure that we give our domain restrictions. So our domain restrictions, in this case, we're going to set the bottom and of the first and top and bottom of the second to 0. So bottom of the first, we know that x cannot equal 0. Top of this also cannot equal 0. Bottom of this, 4x plus 3, if we set that to 0, x cannot equal negative 3/4. Okay, so that would be our restrictions. Now, this is how we solve this or simplify this using the division method. So I'm going to do the same problem again, and I'm going to do that LCD method using the common denominator, kind of skipping the steps in the middle. Okay, if this confuses you, don't do it. Okay, I want you to make sure you understand how to do this. So if this makes sense and you can follow these steps, fantastic. Okay, I'm showing you the other ones because if you practice it and you like it, it is faster, it's easier, and like I said in the last video, most of the time in pre-calc, you're going to have to do things a little bit faster, and this is a faster way to do it. So again, the LCD method is saying, okay, let's look at every denominator that we have here. So we have 1, x, 1, and 2x. So what would be the common denominator for all of those denominators? Well, in this case, it would be 2x, because you can make every denominator be 2x. So what we're going to do is we're going to multiply the entire numerator by 2x and the entire denominator by 2x. Okay, so when we multiply something by like 2x over 2x, that's really like multiplying by 1. So we're not changing this problem at all. So by multiplying by 1, we haven't done anything different to the problem. It's exactly the same, we're just kind of rewriting it. So now this 2x, we're going to multiply to the top fraction. And we're multiplying it to the numerators, right? So I have 2x times 1, so that's going to give me 2x. 2x times 2 over x. Well, the x in the bottom and this x in the top are going to cancel out, and I'm going to end up with a 4 on the top. Okay, so in the denominator here, we're going to multiply 2x times this 2, so that's going to give us 4x, and then 2x times 3 over 2x. So the 2x on the bottom and this 2x that would be on the top are going to cancel out, and we end up with 3. So this cut out all of our steps. If you want to factor this, you can. So if I take out the 2, I have x plus 2, but that doesn't help us. So you always want to try to factor if you can to see if it will cancel with anything, but it doesn't. So if I compare that to my previous answer, okay, it is the same answer, but I cut out all of these extra steps in the middle. And still, we would need our domain restrictions, which we found before, but our domain restrictions will be off of that common denominator that we have. So our LCD will set to 0, as well as the denominator of our answer. Okay, so let's try another one. Okay, so again, this one looks a little bit scary, but same kind of idea. So first thing we're going to do, again, I'm going to do this with the division method first. Okay, and just to reiterate for the millionth time, you do not need to stress about both of these methods. I'm showing you both because they are both helpful in their own way, but you do what's best for you. So first, if I do this the division way, what I'm going to do is rewrite each piece. So I'm going to make this 2 over x plus 4 plus 2 divided by 1 plus 3 over x plus 4. Okay, so let's look at this parenthesis first. Again, this is a number, that's a whole number, so it's really over 1. So I need an x plus 4 on the top and on the bottom. So if I rewrite this, I have 2 over x plus 4 plus, if I multiply 2 times x plus 4, that's going to give me 2x plus 8 over x plus 4. So I can have the same denominator now, so I can combine the tops. So this is really going to be 2x plus 10 over x plus 4 divided by. Same thing with the second fraction. So I'm going to look at the 1, make it over 1. I'm looking at 1 and x plus 4. I need a common denominator. It should be x plus 4. So I need an x plus 4 on the top and bottom. So this becomes x plus 4 over x plus 4. And then add that to 3 over x plus 4. Because I have that common denominator now, I can add the numerators. So this is going to give us x plus 7 over x plus 4. So now we can stay switch flip. So 2x plus 10 over x plus 4 times x plus 4 over x plus 7. So from here, I'm actually going to factor just because I want to make sure you always factor things first to see if anything will cancel. Okay, if you know something won't cancel, okay, you don't have to factor it, but if you're not sure, I always would just factor it just to double check. So when we look at this, the x plus 5 doesn't help me, but the x plus 4s will cancel out, so that's great. Can't do anything else, so I'm going to keep this as 2x plus 5 over x plus 7. Now if you want to distribute and make this 2x plus 10, great. Okay, I just kept it as is because that's how it was. Oops. And then our restrictions, x cannot equal. Again, it was division, so it's bottom of the first. So if I set that to 0, it's -4. Top of the second would also be -4. Bottom of the second would be -7. So our restrictions, x cannot equal -4 or -7. So there's a lot of work we kind of had to do to get to that answer. So again, I'm going to do the same problem again, and I'm going to do it with the LCD method. So the LCD method is saying, look at every denominator that you have first and find a lowest common denominator. So the LCD in this case, we have x plus 4, 1, 1, and x plus 4. So x plus 4 is our LCD. I'm going to multiply x plus 4 over x plus 4. I'm going to take the top and I'm going to multiply both of these by x plus 4. So 2 over x plus 4 times x plus 4. Well, the x plus 4s will cancel, and I'll have 2. And then 2 times x plus 4 is going to be 2x plus 8. On the bottom, I'm going to multiply 1 times x plus 4, so that gives me x plus 4. And then I'm going to multiply 3 over x plus 4 times x plus 4. Well, the x plus 4s would cancel, and that would give us 3. So we combine our like terms, and we get 2x plus 10 over x plus 7, which is what we had in the other page. Put that back here. Okay, same exact thing, except it was factored. So at this step, if you want to factor it and make it 2x plus 5, you can, but there's really no point since nothing cancels out. Again, to do your domain restrictions here, you're going to take the LCD and set it to 0. So x cannot equal -4, and we take the denominator of our answer and set it to 0. In this case, -7. So same thing as before.